sat in front of a plate of oatmeal porridge and thought about how little pleasure there was in her life. These people are very strange, she thought. Potatoes, or cabbage soup, or porridge are eaten a lot, and all sorts of delicious things, such as sausage, jam, or chocolate candies, are eaten little by little. This isn't right, thought Sonia, the clever little duck. That's right. When it's the opposite, it's true. Delicious a lot, and tasteless a little bit. Her host, Ivan Ivanich, was just like everyone else. He threw a small piece of butter into a large bowl of porridge and placed a thin slice of sausage on a thick piece of bread. Sonia, in his place, would have done something different. She would have put a small piece of porridge in a large plate of butter, and she would have eaten sausage or jam without bread at all. Sonia thought of all the delicious things she had tasted in her life and licked her lips. But there's probably something else, very, very delicious, that I haven't tasted, she thought suddenly. Something that is eaten quite a bit. After all, the tastier the thing, the less it is eaten. And then smart Sonia remembered. Mustard. Oh, what is it? She asked happily. How I couldn't have guessed right now. Ivan Ivanich took out the mustard just a little at a time, at the very tip of the knife, then carefully spread it on the bread, and closing his eyes, popped it into his mouth. Then he said, "Ah," and shaking his head with pleasure, he pounced on sour cabbage soup and other tasteless things as if they were chocolate or marmalade. Sonia took a green jar out of the refrigerator and screwed the lid, scooped up a large spoonful of mustard, and then stuck it firmly in her mouth. "Ah," Sonia said, closing her eyes. And then she felt like she had swallowed a hedgehog, a venomous snake, and a hot iron all at once. "Oh, oh, stop it!" she shouted and started running around the apartment, knocking over everything in her path. Her mouth burned and burned. "Maybe I've turned into a fire, breathing dragon," Sonia thought with horror. She wanted to look at herself in the mirror, but she was rushing past so fast that all she could see was the tip of her tail. "I need to put out something urgently," Sonia suddenly guessed. She ran to the plate of water. She drank all the water first. Then she began to eat porridge. Then yesterday's potatoes. Then she swallowed the last of the sour cabbage soup and half a loaf of black bread. Finally, the fire went out. Sonia sat in front of the mirror, her swollen tongue hanging out. She thought about poor Ivan Ivanich. Now she knew why he was eating that awful mustard. After such filth, thought Sonia, even the sourest cabbage soup in the world tastes better than cherry jam.